All right. Thank you, Austin, for being here. You can now start your presentation.
Thank you, Anna, for that introduction. Allow me to begin. Wildlife, the organisms that make our planet beautiful that we often take for granted. All of us love nature and wildlife, but don't always consider their lives as valuable as our own. Through extensive research, including articles, books, and journals, I've come to the conclusion that the Wildlife Conservation Society is the most efficient way to guard our wildlife. Not only does the organization make efforts to protect our wildlife, but they also inspire our community to do the same. Today, I'll be informing you on what the Wildlife Conservation Society is, why they are important, and how we as individuals can help. Now, allow me to begin by defining what the organization is. According to WCS.org, the Wildlife Conservation Society is an organization devoted to protecting animals, plants, and their habitats. Their goal is to make sure future generations get to enjoy the wonders of the natural world. The organization works in over 60 countries to ensure that worldwide our wildlife is protected. And here's a few magazines from the Wildlife Conservation Society. Um, in these countries, they have implemented laws such as the Endangered Species Act of 1973 to protect threatened species. The organization has also made additional efforts such as protecting public land, wise use of renewable resources, reduced carbon emissions, supporting other conservation organizations, and by educating the public. But still, you may ask why all of these things are so important. According to a book called The North American Model of Wildlife Conservation, if it wasn't for the Wildlife Conservation Society and their efforts, the world would lose much of its wildlife and ecosystems. And here you can see some of the endangered animals that they protect and some pollution. This could happen due to many reasons, but the largest is because the organization not only protects the wildlife, but through doing so, they also protect the spread of disease and pollution. Without their efforts, organisms would be at a higher risk to spread diseases between species. And without any protection to the ecosystem, pollution would grow worse and we could lose clean air, water, and land. Now that you're more familiar with the organization, here's a few ways you can help. According to the According to the Journal of Wildlife Management, the best way to support is by doing your part in respecting the ecosystem and wildlife around you. Or you can further assist the organization by making a donation to the Wildlife Conservation Society online. And this is exactly where you can donate. But the organization isn't greedy. If a donation isn't the best way you can support, then go out and inform others of the mission and inspire them to respect the wildlife. In closing, now that you've been informed, you can see that an organization not only protects wildlife, but also educates and protects us. Today, I've informed you on what the Wildlife Conservation Society is, why they are important, and how we as individuals can help out. We as a people must come together under the organization's mission to protect our planet's wildlife. By taking action, we can ensure a future where wildlife thrives for generations.